You might think this is just another video that randomly showed up, but nothing about this moment is random. This message was destined to find you now. Not a second earlier, not a second later. You've been walking through a fog, an illusion crafted so carefully it made you doubt your own mind. A prison with no bars, a contract your soul never agreed to, but somehow you were bound by it. For far too long, you were entangled in the grip of a master manipulator, someone who drained your light and called it love. They masked control as care, cloaked jealousy in the costume of passion, and disguised your suffocation as safety. But something in you has awakened, something ancient, something divine. The door to that cage didn't just creak open, it was ripped from its hinges by the very hands they told you were weak. The chains they said could never be broken? They're dust now. This isn't symbolism. This is real. This is now. You are a chosen one, and the era of your suppression has come to an end. You didn't just escape, you rose. And the one who once held power over you? They're watching now, stunned, as you don't just walk away, you fly. This message is a transmission, an energetic cleanse. It's here to help you purge the last fragments of their poison from your system, to burn away every residue of limitation they left behind. Stay with me until the end. This is your signal to the universe that you are ready, fully, finally, for the complete transformation your soul has been waiting for. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and comment 77 below to claim this activation. Your freedom is not coming, it's here. And because this energy had to find you today, at this specific moment, to pull you from the grip of any lingering negative thoughts, I ask you to let this video play again in the background after you finish. By replaying it, you are giving your consent, confirming that you are ready to accept this divine help and truly thrive. Chapter 1. The moment the illusion cracked. There was a specific moment, wasn't there? A moment when the carefully painted backdrop of their world ripped open, and you saw the raw, ugly truth behind it. It might not have been a dramatic, explosive event. For many chosen ones, it's a quiet click, a chilling internal shift. It could have been a single sentence they said, one that contradicted 1,000 others, uttered with such casual confidence that it exposed the depth of their deception. It could have been a look in their eye when they thought you weren't paying attention, a flash of cold, calculating emptiness where the warmth and love was supposed to be. Or maybe it was their reaction when you finally achieved something for yourself, a success that had nothing to do with them. You expected pride, but what you got was a thinly veiled resentment, a subtle sabotage, or an immediate attempt to make your achievement about them. Flicker of panic in their eyes, that you were becoming independent. In that instant, the entire history of your connection flickered before your eyes like a corrupted film. The cognitive dissonance you had been living with for so long, that painful mental static of trying to hold two opposing realities at once, finally resolved into a single, horrifying truth. You saw the patterns you had previously explained away, the constant gaslighting that made you question your own memory, making you feel like you were going crazy. I never said that. You're being too sensitive. You're remembering it wrong. You recognize their use of projection, where they accused you of the very things they were doing, keeping you perpetually on the defensive. You saw the strategic use of the silent treatment, a weapon of psychological warfare designed to punish you for imagined slights, forcing you to crawl back, begging for their emotional scraps. You recognized the love bombing for what it was, not genuine affection but a tactic. The initial overwhelming flood of attention and praise was just a way to hook you, to make you dependent on their validation, so that when they withdrew it, you would do anything to get it back. All of this became crystal clear. The person you saw as your anchor was actually the storm. They didn't protect you, they created the chaos and then sold you the solution. This realization was both terrifying and liberating. It was terrifying because it meant that so much of what you believed was a lie. Your reality was built on a foundation of deceit. But it was liberating because it meant you weren't crazy. You weren't broken. You weren't the problem. You were a sane person, reacting to an insane situation. That clarity was the first breath of true freedom. The manipulator's greatest fear is being seen, and in that moment, you saw them, truly saw them. And once a chosen one sees the truth, they can never unsee it. That crack in the illusion was the beginning of their end and the start of your real life. Chapter 2, Rebuilding the Kingdom of Self. The time immediately following your escape is a strange and sacred period. It can feel like waking from a long, feverish dream. The world seems both overwhelmingly loud and beautifully quiet at the same time. This is the phase where you begin the process of reclaiming the territories of your own soul that were occupied by the manipulator. They didn't just take your time and energy, they colonized parts of your personality. Think back. What did you love to do before they came into your life? What music did you listen to? What were your opinions on politics, on art, on life? What hobbies brought you genuine, simple joy? They likely dismissed those things as silly, unimportant, or not good enough. They may have subtly mocked your taste in movies or shamed your laugh. Now is the time to bring them all back. Put on that album they hated and dance in your living room. Pick up that paintbrush, that guitar, that half-finished novel. Go for that walk in the woods they always complained was boring. Laugh as loudly as you want. Each time you do this, you are planting your flag back on your own land. You are evicting their lingering influence from your spirit. This process can be disorienting. For so long, your decisions were filtered through their potential reaction. What will they think if I wear this? How will they respond if I say this? Will this upset them? Your internal compass was deliberately broken and replaced with a dependency on their approval. Now, you must learn to navigate by your own stars again. It starts with small choices that feel monumental. Choosing what to eat for dinner without considering someone else's preferences. Deciding to spend a Saturday doing absolutely nothing without feeling the familiar dread of being called lazy. Saying no to a request without offering a 5-hour explanation. These are not small acts. They are revolutionary declarations of your sovereignty. As a chosen one, your capacity for healing is immense. While others might stay shattered, you possess an innate ability to transmute pain into power. You will notice yourself reconnecting with friends you were subtly isolated from. The manipulator likely made comments about them, planting seeds of doubt to ensure you had no support system outside of their control. As you reach out, you will find that these true connections were waiting for you, ready to welcome you back without judgment. They see the light returning to your eyes. They hear your real voice coming back. This is the foundation of your new, fearless self. It isn't built overnight. It's built brick by brick, choice by choice, song by song. You are not just healing. You are renovating your entire being on a foundation that can never be shaken again. Chapter 3, The Ghost in the Machine. Even after you have broken free and begun the vital work of reclamation, you will notice the echoes. Do not be alarmed by this. It is a predictable part of the process. These are the ghosts of their programming, the mental and emotional tripwires they install deep in your psyche. You might find yourself in a perfectly safe, happy moment, perhaps laughing with a new friend or enjoying a quiet cup of coffee, and a sudden wave of anxiety washes over you for no apparent reason. That is the aftershock of living in survival mode for so long. Your nervous system was trained to be on high alert, constantly scanning for the next subtle attack, the next mood swing, the next manufactured crisis. This state of hypervigilance was necessary for your survival then, but it's a program that now needs to be uninstalled. It takes time for your body to learn that it is safe, that the war is over. You may also catch yourself minimizing your own thoughts or feelings. You'll have a valid point to make in a conversation and hesitate, the old fear of being called dramatic or argumentative surfacing. You might feel a pang of phantom guilt when you prioritize your own needs, a conditioned response from being taught that your needs were secondary, an inconvenience. These are not signs that you are failing or that you haven't truly escaped. On the contrary, they are evidence of the battle you have won. You are now observing these patterns from the outside instead of being trapped within them. When you feel that flash of baseless anxiety, you can now pause, take a breath, and say to yourself, "This is not my fear. This is an echo. This is a remnant of their control, and it has no power here. I am safe now." As a chosen one, your journey involves not just breaking the chains, but understanding how they were forged. This understanding is what makes you fearless. You are becoming a master of emotional alchemy. You are learning to recognize the manipulator's voice when it tries to disguise itself as your own inner critic. That voice that tells you you're not good enough, that you'll fail, that no one else will want you. That is not you. It is the residue of their poison, a final, desperate attempt to maintain a foothold in your mind. Every time you identify and dismiss one of these ghost thoughts, you dissolve a piece of their legacy. You are cleaning your house. You are purging the energetic malware from your system. This phase is crucial. It is where you build true, unshakable resilience. You are learning to trust the silence, to find comfort in your own company, and to validate your own experiences without needing external confirmation. The ghosts will fade. The echoes will grow quieter until they are gone completely, replaced by the strong, clear, and powerful sound of your own authentic voice. Chapter 4, the weaponization of your sight. There comes a point in this journey where you realize the most painful experience of your life has gifted you with a superpower. Your ordeal with the manipulator was a brutal, intensive training course in human behavior and energy detection. You have graduated with honors. You are now becoming fearless because your sight has become a weapon. This sight isn't just about seeing, it's about feeling. It's a visceral, gut-level knowing that bypasses logic and goes straight to the truth. Before, you might have ignored red flags, giving people the benefit of the doubt because you were taught that your intuition was unreliable. Now you see them in high definition, and you feel them in your solar plexus. You can feel a person's intentions before they even speak. You notice the subtle dissonance between their words and their body language, the charming smile that doesn't reach the eyes, the overly solicitous tone that masks a hidden agenda. You can spot a narcissist across a crowded room by the way they command attention, the way they subtly belittle others to elevate themselves, the way their charm feels hollow and transactional. In professional settings, this sight is invaluable. You can instantly detect who is genuine and who is playing a political game. You can feel the insincerity in a boss's compliment or sense the envy in a colleague's question. This allows you to navigate your career with a new level of wisdom, avoiding toxic alliances and building relationships with people of integrity. This newfound perception can feel jarring at first. You might wonder if you've become too cynical or judgmental. You have not. You have become discerning. Your energy is now a finely tuned instrument. People who are inauthentic, who operate from a place of ego and manipulation, will begin to feel deeply uncomfortable in your presence. They won't know why, but your clarity acts like a mirror, reflecting their own falsehoods back at them, and they cannot stand the sight. You will find that these types of people naturally begin to fall away from your life. Your frequency is now too high for them to tolerate. Conversely, you will become a magnet for genuine, authentic souls. People who are honest, kind, and operating from the heart will feel drawn to your light, which is now shining brighter than ever without the manipulator's shadow dimming it. Setting boundaries will no longer be a difficult, confrontational chore. It will become an effortless, instinctual act of self-preservation. When someone tries to push past your limits, you will not feel the need to argue or justify your position. A calm, simple no will be enough. Your energy will back it up. They will feel the immovable force of your self-respect and have no choice but to retreat. This is what it means to be truly powerful. It is not about controlling others. It is about the unshakable control you have over your own energetic space. You are no longer a target. You are a fortress. It is a light process of stately significancy that is scredible competitives and still be understand. It's not released and alone. Chapter 5. The universe rewards the brave. Once you sever a deep, toxic, energetic tie, you create a vacuum. And the universe abhors a vacuum. For so long, your life force, your creative energy, and your blessings were being siphoned off by the manipulator. They were a black hole, consuming your potential, your joy, and your luck. Now that the drain has been plugged, all of that energy, all of those blessings that were meant for you, have nowhere to go but directly to you. This is where the thriving begins, and it will happen so fast it might feel surreal. Watch for the signs, they will be undeniable. Opportunities you thought were long gone will suddenly reappear. A door you thought was permanently closed will swing wide open. You might get an unexpected call about a job that seemed tailor-made for your skills, one that the manipulator would have told you weren't qualified for. Money will begin to flow to you from unexpected sources. A forgotten investment pays off, an old debt is repaid out of the blue, or a new stream of income manifests seemingly from thin air. You will also begin to notice the language of the universe speaking directly to you through synchronicities. You'll think of an old friend, and they'll call you that same day. You'll see repeating numbers like 1,111 or 777 everywhere you look. Affirmations that you are on the right path. The right song will play on the radio with the exact message you need to hear. This is not luck, this is alignment. By removing the low vibrational anchor of the manipulator, you have raised your own frequency to match that of abundance. You are no longer blocking your own good. The universe is rushing to reward you for your courage. It is acknowledging the immense strength it took to walk away from the familiar poison and choose the uncertainty of freedom. As a chosen one, your path is meant to be one of prosperity and influence. The period of struggle was a test, a fire to temper your spirit. Now comes the reward. You will also notice a profound shift in the people who enter your life. You will attract healers, mentors, and true partners. These connections will feel effortless and peaceful. You will finally learn what it feels like to be loved for who you are, not for what you provide. At first, you might struggle to accept this goodness. The old programming might whisper that you don't deserve it. You must consciously reject that lie. Breathe in the abundance. Accept the compliments. Receive the gifts. You are not unworthy of it. You have earned every bit of it and so much more. This is your new reality. The universe is not just helping you heal. It is conspiring to help you thrive in ways that will exceed your wildest expectations. Chapter 6. Their final futile moves. Just as you begin to settle into this new reality of peace and prosperity, do not be surprised if the manipulator attempts a re-entry. This is a critical and predictable stage. They are not coming back because they love you or miss you. They are not capable of that kind of genuine emotion. They are coming back because they have lost their primary source of energy, and they are starting to feel the effects of that loss. They are an addict whose supply has been cut off. They see you thriving, glowing, and succeeding without them, and it is an unbearable insult to their fragile ego. Their entire identity was built on the idea that you needed them, that you would be nothing without them. Your happiness is proof of their lie, and they cannot tolerate it. Their attempts to regain control will be pathetic, but you must be prepared to recognize them. They may start with what is known as hoovering. You'll receive a random text message. Thinking of you, or heard our song today. It's a low-effort attempt to see if the door is still unlocked. They might try to use guilt, referencing a good memory from the past, or bringing up a problem they are having to elicit your sympathy. They are testing the waters, hoping to find the old compassionate you who would rush to fix their problems. If that doesn't work, they might escalate. They could try to triangulate, using mutual friends or family to pass messages along, or to create a narrative where you are the villain who abandoned them. They might create a public spectacle on social media, posting vague, dramatic statuses designed to get your attention and a reaction from others. This is all a game. It is a performance designed to pull you back into their chaotic orbit. But you are a different person now. As a chosen one who has awakened to their power, you will see these moves for exactly what they are, the desperate gambles of a deposed tyrant. Their attempts to manipulate you will no longer trigger fear or guilt. Instead, you might feel a strange sense of pity, or you might even find it darkly amusing. You see the string, so the puppet master has no power. The greatest weapon you have against this is your indifference. No response is the most powerful response. By refusing to engage, you starve them of the attention they crave. You cut off their supply completely. Every unanswered text, every ignored call, every moment you choose your peace over their drama, you solidify your freedom. You are demonstrating, not just to them, but to yourself and the universe, that their reign is over. This is the final test of your fearlessness, and you will pass it with ease. Chapter 7. The Dawn of Your Influence. You have now weathered the storm, navigated the aftermath, and deflected the final attacks. What comes next is not just a return to normalcy, it is an ascension. You are stepping fully into your purpose as a chosen one. Your experience was not just for you. The pain you endured and the wisdom you gained have forged you into a beacon. You are no longer just surviving. You are beginning your reign of influence. This reign is not about power over others, but the power to inspire and heal simply by existing in your truth. People will be drawn to your story. They will see the light in you, a calm strength that is both magnetic and reassuring, and they will want to know how you found it. You will become a source of strength for those who are still trapped in the same illusions you just escaped. You will recognize the look in their eyes, the same confusion and exhaustion you once felt, and you will be able to offer a level of understanding that no one else can. Your words will carry the weight of experience, cutting through the fog of manipulation for others, just as that one moment of clarity did for you. This is a sacred responsibility. Your journey has given you a unique perception, a map out of the maze. You will find yourself naturally guiding people, not by preaching but by being. Your calm energy will diffuse tense situations around you. Your unshakable confidence will inspire timid colleagues to speak up. The way you carry yourself, the way you honor your own energy and refuse to engage with toxicity will set a new standard for everyone in your orbit. They will learn from your energy without you ever having to explain the storms you survived. Your healing isn't just personal, it's revolutionary. Your thriving is a bold frequency, echoing across timelines, igniting transformation in ways you may never see, but will always be felt. The visions you bring to life now will flourish, not because of luck, but because they carry the unmistakable vibration of your truth. The connections you form now will be grounded, sacred, and lasting, rooted in mutual growth, not survival. And the life you're building? It's living proof that even from the deepest control and manipulation, something breathtaking can rise. This is only the beginning. Because the person who tried to silence you, they didn't destroy you, they forged you. And in doing so, they awakened a version of you that is untouchable, sovereign, clear, and unstoppable. Your future isn't linear. It's a spiral staircase ascending into infinite realms of expansion, purpose, and divine impact. The story they thought they ended? You're rewriting it, louder, brighter, and more unapologetically than ever before. The true chapter begins now.